And oh yes, be the world's greatest. Wonderful evening, I should say. And I must say that I'm overwhelmed already. Before we even go live on the radio, we're live on Facebook, and the numbers just logging in to watch this around the world is a real testament that yes, our guest for tonight has paid his dues, and rightly so. You know, he's one man who believes that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Tonight, we have in the studios a man who loves Ghana with a burning desire and passion, if you ask me. He is a man whose family discouraged him every step of the way from doing politics. But his shared desire for the development and advancement of the youth would not allow him to yield to family and just sit aside. He denied himself the comfort of the corporate world because he felt his strength is in advancing the cause of the youth and shaping national development. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, although very young, relatively, he has paid his dues when it comes to politics, and he's still building his profile in people management. He's loved across board, and that's why I can say safely that the number of people tuned into this show this evening is overwhelming, and myself, I am amazed because maybe of his affability and humility. Indeed, he's a people's person. He holds lots of degrees and of course diplomas. Well, one-time school at University of London. We'll get into that. But tonight, we're glad to welcome to the studio the man I would like to call the Koforidua boy from Srudai. Maybe we'll talk about Betum and all of that. But he's risen to become the national organizer of the ruling New Patriotic Party. Samuel Kwabena Awuku, we all call him Saamy Awuku, is our guest this evening. The man who one time worked from Abilimpi to Taifa. He will share that story tonight on the show. Saamy Awuku, most welcome to StarrChat.
Thank you, Bola. I haven't seen you in a while.
In a while?
Yeah.
Ages, but great to see you here.
After my elections.
Looking all well and good.
I'm trying, especially as the new organizer, more or less.
Is there pressure on you, Saamy?
Well, let me say good evening to your cherished listeners. And it looks like right from the beginning, you're starting, from a very strong point. Well, pressure is part of the game, and if you want to go into this game we call our politics, you cannot separate the pressure from your work. It's from dawn to dusk. And sometimes, no matter how down you are, when you step out of your room, you shouldn't even let the world know you are down.
I love that.
And so, for the stress, for the pressure, it's part of this whole game. And my senior men in the politics are suffering same. Those before my senior men did go through the same. And those after me will go through the same. So pressure, yes, and it comes with the job. But we try to manage it.
I love that. What a way to welcome you, Saamy Awuku. And of course, once again, good evening to our lovely listeners joining us across the length and breadth of the country and of course, outside Ghana. So you're listening to, yes, to the youth of the country.
Yes, and I'm impressed that they've tuned in from all walks of life.
From all walks of life. I mean, on Facebook, the numbers just, astonishing.
I'm humbled.
You're humbled. We'll get into that and how you're able to get people together. I mentioned that as one of your strong, points or pillars and things that you do. But we'll get into that. But we're live in Kumasi on Ultimate FM. We're also live in Takrady on Empire FM. We're live in Cape Coast on Cape FM. In the Volta region, you're listening to us on Cool 103.5 FM. And we're live around the world on StarrFMOnline.com, live on Facebook, on Instagram. Well, like they say, today's today.
Today, not today.
So once again, I mean, you must welcome. Did you actually go for a break or rest outside the country after the elections, knowing that it was quite hectic? What did you do? Where have you been, Saamy Awuku?
Well, after the elections, I've been around. I dashed out to work on some few projects in Germany. And then 2 weeks ago, I was in Rwanda. You know, the All Africa Students Union last year did adjudge me as the Continental Youth Icon for the year. So
Continental Youth Icon
for 2017,
okay.
2018.
Right.
So I was in Kigali to attend the 7th African Students and Youth Summit, and also to meet with other youth leaders there. And obviously, it was clear that I was winding up with my youth activities. After serving the NPP as its national youth organizer for 4 years, and then serving as the vice chairman for the International Young Democrats Union, which is an alliance of center-right political parties across the world. The NPP belongs to the mother union, which is the IDU. We have Peter McMahon as the honorary vice chairman. And so the youth wings of the IDU parties, we call it the IYD, had the pleasure of also serving that international body for 3 consecutive terms. And then also did wind up as youth leader in Koforidua. So Kigali was basically my last stop, and also to bid farewell to youth activities. So
do you miss?
I've gone 4,000 pages underground. That's why I haven't heard. 4,000 pages.
4,000 pages. Do you miss being the youth leader? I know you're passionate about the youth, and anytime you talk about them, you're beaming with smiles. You're enthusiastic about it. You're passionate. Do you miss that position of moving on or graduating to the national organizer?
Well, Kobna, I don't think I could have added anything new if I had gone for another election as youth leader, because quite a number of things that I did set for myself to also achieve for the NPP, for NANAD, and for the youth of our country. I think I did my bit, what my strength could carry me. So miss, not necessarily, but as you exiting, now fans never fall.
But were you surprised that your margin of victory, it was the biggest on the night, 4,914 votes, Saamy Awuku? 4,913, okay. I had one.
Well, I campaigned, and I'm sure the delegates of our party also did put me on the beam balance in the scale,
okay.
And to also and also judge me for what I have done for the party the past 4 years.
What did you tell the delegates?
Well, I went in with a strong message of building a strong organizational wing for the party, and also building upon the success story of my predecessor, John Kwame Bodo, who's now the General Secretary, one of the illustrious young men of our party when it comes to our party politics. He's also risen through the ranks. And I also did go in with a very strong message to mobilize lots of resources for our parties in the constituencies, in the regions. And, the votes are gathered and won at the polling stations. And so a message to our party grassroots and our delegates was also clear. And then I also did go in with a message of ensuring that we have a strong party operations team, and also to make the NPP an election-winning machine come 2020.
What new should the NPP expect from you as the national organizer? What do you bring?
As youth leader, I think I was doing much of the talking, and you realize that since becoming organizer, I've toned down.
So that is deliberate?
Oh, it's deliberate, and it's also strategic.
Okay.
I have a new youth leader. I don't want to be seen to be sharing the space with him. It's also up to him to ensure that he mobilizes and harnesses the strength of our numbers in terms of the youth of our party and country. And it's also clear that in 2016, the youth of our country gave the NPP an overwhelming support. These youth come from diverse backgrounds. And so I equally want to give the new youth leader the opportunity to also engage the youth. And he's also started well. Embarked on a walk over the weekend.
Okay.
And then I think also some health activities at Ada, and also some few engagements, which I think is a good start. So I'm not more or less an old man when it comes to the youth. Just as when Cabo and Atifa exited,
okay,
they gave me the space to operate.
Right.
So it's only proper
and strategic.
That a new youth leader also gets that opportunity to engage the youth. And I wish him success.
Okay. So how's the National Youth Authority doing? I mean, I know, the YEA, the Youth Employment, agency. You are the board chairman.
Yeah, small boy board chairman.
Small boy board chairman. Is that an adult task? I mean, is this something, a great responsibility that you look at all? Tell me about it. What's new with the outfit? What have you brought on board?
It's a very complex area. And the YEA has become very notorious when it comes to endemic corruption and cronyism in the past. And unfortunately, they've never had even a consistent CEO for even 2 years before. Under the NDC, I'm sure they had about 3 or 4 CEOs. You had Awuku starting on, unfortunately he's in jail now. Then you also had Kwak Bunun. Then you had Kobe Champon, and then you had HM. So it's an uncomfortable area. But let me pay glowing tribute to the Chief Executive, Justin Kodia Frimpong, and his 2 deputies, Lydia Timo and Bashir Ibrahim. Even though these are very young people entrusted with the huge task of providing jobs for the teeming unemployed, they've distinguished themselves well. I think they deserve our applause and commendation. For me, when I was appointed by His Excellency the President, I came under some attack, some sniper fire from some senior opposition element that, I'm too young to be board chairman and all. But this.
Were you worried with such comments?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I love it when there's a challenge, and I walk up to the challenge. For instance, when we were elected in 2014, I was elected youth leader alongside the other executives. I quite remember one of the people that I had admired so much in our politics in terms of his communication, even though he belonged to the NDC, was Saamy. And I was sad on PCFA when he said, those that had been elected internally were all good, but the weakest link was Saamy. And I'll never forget that statement. But I said, that's nice. I welcome it. And weakest link.
Were you troubled? Were you hurt by such? I mean, somebody that you look up to, or you said, well, somebody you fancy, although he belongs to the NDC. Were you worried when you heard such comments from some PI?
Well, that was his opinion. Even though I respected it, I disagreed with it. But the onus was on me to prove whether I would be the weakest link or whether I would be the strongest link. But whichever way it did go, I'm convinced that post-2016, it's clear I was in the weakest link.
The narrative changed?
I think the narrative changed. And Bola as well. So when, Dr. Kodnad said, I didn't have the requisite experience and capacity to be board chairman. Strangely, Kweku Boy, who is the NDC's deputy communications director, also came to my defense that you don't need a Methuselah to be a board chairman. And apparently, he said, should the NDC also win, he is eyeing that position. Then I also saw CD, my good friend CD, the youth leader of the NDC, and also coming to my defense, and a couple of others. But that did not, that was not to say that it was over. I needed to also prove a point that the president had entrusted to my care a huge responsibility of ensuring that the Ghanaian youth, whether NDC, NPP, CPP, PNC, PPP, NDP, and all that, were employed. And so the YEA also took off nicely. And, in the past, they've had several issues of vulgar display of opulence and all that. But say the affairs of the board, where we have very senior members of the board, Dr. Kwame Amakotufo, Mr. James Kwashi, the Queen Mother for Drupo, Emmanuel Asigri, the Chief Labour Officer, and the rest. Together with the board, we've done well for the YEA. And we haven't taken any allowance.
Oh, you haven't? As a board? You haven't?
Suspended some portions of the conditions of service. And also did suspend some huge amount that was being paid to top management.
Wow.
Because we wanted to also review that section of the conditions of service. we felt that it was proper, that we also lead by example. I also trying to also showed ourselves from taking allowances until we resolved
all the issues. Interesting. You mentioned employment, and I wanted to know, I mean, of course, stating that I want to know from you, how many youth have you employed or given skills, training to, since you assumed that position? What is it like?
I don't think I'll be quite specific in terms
of the numbers,
but we've done quite some huge numbers. Just last few days, the president did speak at the Forestry Commission YE collaboration.
And that's employing 20,000 people?
20,000 people in afforestation. It's a YE Forestry Commission program.
Okay.
Again, together with the Ghana Police Service, we have the everything community policing, where we have employed 15,000 people. We're currently working on a project with the Ministry for Youth and Sports, for youth sports in the various disciplines of 5,000. And then we're also looking at supporting startups and also supporting those in the textile industry.
And I hope this is not partisan, and of course it's biased towards those who are with the NPP. Does it cut across?
You know,
Saamy?
The application is done online.
Okay.
And when it's done online, I cannot block one section of the internet, moving from the NDC's head office to the YE and all that. But basically, they apply the highest form of professionalism in the selection process.
You can guarantee us that?
I can guarantee you that. You recall that we had an incident in Karaka, where some constituency executives of the NPP attacked the YE office. Why? Because they had seen some people who had been recruited and they were not of the NPP store. But we were clear that government policy cannot be discriminatory. So we give equal opportunities for people to apply. And so far it's been good. And this government has been phenomenal when it comes to that. For instance, the NAPCO, where over 100,000 Ghanaian graduates have been given the opportunity to also apply for jobs and given equal opportunities to be selected. It's been done online. So when something is being done online, it's very difficult and practically impossible to detect that Bola is coming from the Latte party.
Right. You mentioned the northern, Karaga up north, and I want to stay there. I bet you're aware of the developments in Tamale, regards to the Tamale Teaching Hospital. Why is the NPP struggling to cut political? I mean, we all know the vigilantes are in there, almost 2 years in office, and we're talking about it. Is it that difficult for you to halt it, Samuel?
The media can always overblow issues sometimes.
You think it's overblown?
Let me be very honest with you, Bola. Apart from this incident, be very honest with yourselves and your listeners. When was the last time you heard of a pro-NPP group breaking into an office? When was the last time?
Well, we had Delta Force in Kumasi.
No, Bola, I'm saying, when was the last? Apart from this one, Delta Force was almost a year ago.
Right.
But I'm asking this question because, first of all, let me put on record my interaction with the party leadership at the regional level, my interaction with the regional organizer of the party and the regional youth and the national youth organizer, because they're supposed to be pro-NPP youth group. These are not the Kandahar boys.
They are not?
They are not members.
So why have they arrested 6 people?
So I'm coming to the matter.
Right.
To start with, they are not members of the Kandahar boys. The leader of the Kandahar boys is now the regional youth organizer for the NPP in the north. His name is Ghana. You recall this famous 5 of our people, Yahuza, Majid, and those who were incarcerated for 5 years under the NDC on alleged crimes that was never proven, and they were granted their freedom in 2016. I was even with them in Accra last week. One of them is a constituency executive. And I know the Kandahar boys inside out. And the names and the faces that they are mentioning what I'm saying, I know members of the Kandahar boys. However,
so the Kandahar boys, what? The grouping? Is it a youth group of the offshoot of the NPP? For the record, for any, I won't deny the fact that this name Kandahar or the Kandahar boys are not affiliated to the NPP. They are. I'll tell you. If you get to Tamale,
the politics and the dynamics in Tamale
Right.
is built around base. They call it base. So you can have Chairman Ado base. You can have Chairman Susu and So base. You have the Azoka boys of the NDs. You have the Aluta boys of the NDs. You have the Kandahar boys of the NPP. So Tamale, and they live peacefully, honestly. When Professor Mills, in the case of the Yana Meda trial, when the NDC youth group felt that the judgment had not gone in their favor, they vandalized properties. So it's like a case of it's only the NPP that you have some of these youth groups. However, we are in government, we can no longer complain. But these groups, this Kandahar, the boys that the media are framing as Kandahar boys
are not Kandahar boys?
But these are boys or you that you can say they are sympathetic to the NPP. No problem with that. And that is
but 6 of them have been arrested, and of course
that is why we have given our strongest backing to the security.
Why is it difficult for people or groupings like the Kandahar boys to be prosecuted?
But they've been arrested. For the first time in the history of our country, a ruling party's constituency chairman was put behind bars. The case, in the Sisala case, in the Karaga case, we never heard of these incidents in the past. So where you have a state-sponsored or the state gives cover to people who perpetrate crime, I mean, obviously, it becomes difficult. But under the Nanado administration, he has been clear that, look, crime has no color. Crime is not like ideal milk where you can check the expiry date. No, the law will catch up with you. And so today, we also, thanks to the RegSec and the regional minister, he has also been very phenomenal in trying to make this thing in the bag. But this is a one-off thing.
Okay.
It is a one-off. Well, since October last year, I do not recall of any incident like that.
But we had a regional minister, the Northern regional minister confirming on our bulletin that the boys are Kandahar boys and that he knows them very well.
The boys are sympathetic to them, but they are not Kandahar boys. And that one I can challenge the regional minister. Wow. But these boys, I'm not going to, one of them speaks for the NPP. He's a member of the communications team in the region.
Okay.
And then the party has subsequently suspended him for his role in it. So it is not a case of the party even supporting in this abominable act and it's a reprehensible.
As a party, don't you feel embarrassed by their actions?
And that is why you've decided that when you fall foul of the law, if you're acting in the name, in the spirit of the party, you must be prepared to listen to good reasoning.
So no one will be shielded, and that's for sure.
No one will be shielded, not at all. And we are clear in our minds that we will not let anybody distract the forward agenda of the Nanado vision and the Nanado government and the Nanado agenda.
Interesting. With time reading some 27 minutes after 7. Lots of messages are coming in.
Let me commend the youth leader for also swiftly also condemning this act. And as I have indicated, we are not, and will not show them.
Will people be punished, Saamy Awuku?
One of them has been punished already. He's suspended for speaking on our behalf. And so, and the rest are also, they've also been arrested. And if they are found culpable, if indeed they played a role in this act, I'm not sure anybody is going to call on John Boedu, the General Secretary, myself, or National Chairman to come to court to defend.
You will not.
We will not water dead plants.
I love that. You will not water dead plants.
Exactly.
Interesting. Let's talk about how you got into politics, Saamy. Take us through the journey. What motivated you, Saamy Awuku, to get into politics?
Bola. Taking me back into time.
Correct.
Okay, so as you already know, I'm a co-radio boy. And also a Mampum boy as well. The Capian father and the co-radio mother. Grew up in a family where the grandfather of mine, the late Lloyd Awuku, was one of our founding fathers in the Eastern region. So staying with him in the 90s, and sometimes I've gone see the lives of Kwame Pianim at that time, the Kamiko Hall, Jay Kufor, the campaigning time. So sometimes sit at the bucket of the picker to go paste posters at dawn. I didn't really understand it, but I was always attracted to the opposition.
You were how old?
I was young, I was George.
Okay.
And then, and strangely, I developed the love for the pro-opposition media, even though I didn't understand what was happening at that time.
Okay.
Bola, interestingly, I spent the money given to me to buy food at school, buying newspapers, the Chronicle and the Guide at that time.
Oh, at that age?
Yes.
Why? Where were your books? You weren't reading story books. You didn't do that.
Well, I know the Guide and the Chronicle, I think, were my best English teachers.
Wow.
Even though I encountered the big words, I never really understood or appreciated it. But I felt that maybe buying the Chronicle or the Guide at that time was going to contribute to the opposition struggle. Because maybe my little money...
So for the records, no storybooks for Saamy Awuku growing up? You didn't read?
I don't recall reading a full storybook.
Wow.
But maybe I'll go to 1, 2, 3 pages. But as for the newspapers, they were always in my bag. And I always behaved at home for, for choosing to buy newspapers rather than
storybooks. So who inspired you to get into politics?
Everything around me did inspire me, because I do know that in '96 the NPP lost the general elections to the NDC, and I could see the disappointment on the faces of the elders and the big men, especially at my grandfather's end. And also, what they also kept pressing and saying that, look, this is democracy, and we'll fight it another time. And so, going through the same phase, in 2000, the NPP was getting with the opportunity to rule the country. And one of my biggest motivations in this whole politics thing is, just as Nanado says, public service should be public service. And I also see politics as a way to also serve humanity. And many of our people, the NPP is blessed with many of these icons and qualities. And there's our current government. One person that I've taken as a senior brother that I will also normally go have a chat with and brainstorm, think with, is the young Minister for Education, an exceptional. Now he's no
Matthew Opoku-Pempe.
Yes,
is one of your mentors when it comes to politics.
He's been phenomenal in terms of being strong on matters and engaging on this and that and that. And he also serves as more or less as a senior brother.
Okay.
But aside that, I had the opportunity of working at the school feeding program for my national service.
Okay.
Where the famous Dr. Kwame
Omakutu-4.
I also learned a bit under his feet.
So are these people your political godfathers?
I came into this whole NPP thing at the time that I was ready to even go into it proper. My grandfather had even passed on. So maybe I came in not necessarily with a godfather, but with a set of people I admire in mind.
Like?
So the likes of John Adjei-Kufuor, one of Ghana's best presidents we've ever had, and the current Ghanaian leader, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. These are people that I had admired, from afar, from childhood. So, not necessarily with a godfather, and that is why I challenge the youth of our party. That you don't need to have a godfather to break through to be at the top or at the front line of our politics. Wow. So when it's time for campaigning and to campaign, Bola, and I campaign like never before.
Right.
And for what many people do not know, and without putting you in a biased position, I'm grateful to you for the help you gave me when I was going for
Maybe we'll save that for another day.
I quite remember when I called on Bola, Charlie, I won't go for this fit of it. So Charlie, you sure say go for it? I said, Bola, I go for you.
No, people will box me as MPP and
no. But you are non-partisan.
Or they will box me as NDC and I don't belong there.
Bola, but
yes.
I'm interested in where you cast your vote in 2020. Forget about that.
I'm neutral. I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
But you're a good friend.
Yes. And yes, I mean, you did that on the basis of me being a very good friend.
That's right.
And I'm grateful. In fact, yourself, and now the person that you even recommended me to even support my campaign at that time.
Right.
Strangely, he's in the studio today. I hope
Dennis,
I hope he has his drink.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. He says it's a party after this.
Oh, but I'm grateful. And Bola, so the encouragement and the support you gave me, I'm most grateful. And
you're most welcome. Any day.
After Tamale, you're the first person to also do some small party before.
2014.
No, but that one will save the details for another day. And you know it.
So I mean, let's talk about primary school and growing up. You grew up in Koforidua.
Yes, and in
The town is called Srodai.
And the community.
The community. Okay.
That was at the time that your brother Awuku Santana was in Beton growing up.
Oh, okay.
And Srodai had the lights of that Spirit and all that. But where we were living, call it the 18 area.
18. It's still around Koforidua.
Yes.
You still have the Koforidua flowers.
We've shed off some colors, but we'll bounce back. The beautiful ones are not yet.
Are not yet born, eh?
We console ourselves with that. But we're also extremely happy because people have enjoyed it from the flowers as well. But we'll are back to it. And the lights of the Sibiri Jamana and the rest also going up and with it. So Srodai, more or less, but it's a very tough area to grow up in.
Srodai, okay.
You can ask the Free Zone CEO, Kofi Befi, he also grew up in the same area.
Wow.
And it's a tough area.
So primary school, the name of your school was?
Experimental. Then from there, I proceeded to St. Augustine's College.
Oh.
In Cape.
So Absu?
I'm an Absu.
Okay.
Yes, and Absu 98.
Absu 98. So what?
No, Absu 99.
99.
But 99 to 2 June 1.
Okay.
So the likes of Nathaniel Lato.
Okay.
He was also my mate.
Nathaniel Lato was your mate?
Yes, and he loved entertainment at that time. And I always admire what he's doing now.
What's your motto? The motto for Augasco is St. Augustine is
Omnia Winked Labo.
Okay.
That's perseverance
conquers all. Wow.
And then you can also rephrase it to be there's dignity in labor. You've had the likes of Dr. Polakwa, former governor, Hakman Uswajima, J.H. Uzwe Champon, Tutobi Kwache.
Which house were you in at the St. Augustine's?
St. Luke's house.
St. Luke's?
And I've the fondest memories of Luke's.
Share with us some great memories, yes.
Chaliman suffered first year.
Really? What happened?
In fact, my whole life, I've come to understand that the term Form 1 boy is the most unkind of all terms. Because the Form 1 boy has no respect. The Form 1 boy, people decide when you should sleep.
Oh.
And I enjoyed my time because, Bola, sometimes you are punished throughout the whole night. So it's difficult.
You stay up all night?
Because you're always kneeling down. Myself and a good friend I haven't seen for over 10 years. I hope he's listening. Kafu Ikluche. We were in the seniors dormitory, the two of us. So when he's kneeling on the left, I'm kneeling on the right. And sometimes our seniors will come, hey, open your box. How are you doing that? Milo this. And me, for the first week, then all my things are finished.
Why? Were you a stubborn student?
No, because the point is that when you're in a seniors dormitory, you learn how to survive.
Okay.
And Bola, so because of what you go through there, Kafu and I will normally not hear the rising bell because you kneel down to 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So when the rising bell is told and they call, where all the former boys go outside. Where Awuku dey, Awuku no dey, where Kafu dey, Kafu no dey. Then they come to tap you on the bed. Awuku shank 1 to 5. Kafu close the. So
you used to scrub the toilet.
But in fact, that was my portion in St. Luke's house. And well, that's what I'm saying, to be a Form 1 boy at that time. But it all added to the spice and the laugh. And for me, having the family based in the eastern region at that time, and the Accra Cape Coast Road was not one of the best.
Do they used to visit you? How many times did you?
I don't recall my parents visiting more than
Your parents
twice.
never
visited? I think
Twice?
Twice or 3 times. So me, Charlie, when was visiting...
You were a hustler.
When it was a visiting time, I didn't waste my time going to find out who's coming to visit. But the good news was that my direct uncle was married to the Holy Child Administrator at that time. So when people are, enjoying the family stuff, I either go there to try and console myself. But my sisters too at that time, a couple of them were at the UCC. I have 4 sisters.
Oh, you are the only boy?
I'm the only boy. And they are Hobsons.
Okay.
Holy Child. So,
you know what? I have a surprise for you, and then I want to just go straight to the line and identify this voice.
Bola.
I will come to you. Hello. Good evening. How are you doing, sir?
Oh my goodness.
Right. So you are the gentleman who gave Saamy Awuku his first radio interview.
Oh, Saamy Awuku Jetabla.
Honorable Ablakwa.
The son of man.
Good evening, Okujeto. Thank you, Honorable.
I didn't know.
And many thanks for joining us. So we're celebrating Saamy Awuku, National Organizer of the NPP, and it's interesting that he says, Bola, if you want to talk to one of my very good friends, then you have to talk to Saamy Ablakwa. Yes, Okujeto Ablakwa, because he's my buddy and he gave me my first radio interview. So we had to surprise you with him. And you know, I like that NPP, NBC, you guys can get along. And it's all for the youth. I like that.
He was a good man when he was in school.
But after school.
But now he's doing NBC politics, so I can't tell.
Saamy, we have your namesake right here in the studios. What do you want to tell us about Saamy Awuku? Wow. Okay.
Kwame Jan was the host.
Mm. Oh, really? Yeah. Wow. I love it when we build a nation like this.
He's now national organizer. And if you look at the margin, you look at how he won, that's not just a mere victory. It was emphatic. It was a landslide. And this is somebody who I can tell you, Bola, that he is going places. I would have wished he was in my party.
Saamy, I'm working on your vote in 2020.
Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's right. Wow. Wow. Well said, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa.
Thanks so much. And as I said, you know, we also share quite some good memories in the Vandal City.
Okay.
And I enjoy charging.
Charging?
Yes.
Vandals, charge.
And just that the atmosphere is not conducive this evening.
Yes.
To sing our tunes.
Melodious tunes.
Now, but be as it may, and Saamy too was a prolific writer.
Right. So Saamy, let's thank you before, yes, the son of man.
But I am working on this vote.
Thank you very much, boss, for joining us on the show. Fantastic. And you'll be taking your seat one of these days. So just warm up.
It's taking me quite a long time.
Warm up. Thank you very much, Honorable Okujeto Blackman.
Right. Thanks so much. And Bola, you know, one thing that also made me better on radio also came from some of the senior journalists.
Okay.
And I had the opportunity to serve under one of the best national communication directors we've ever had in this country. That's Nana Akumia. Akumia will always encourage me. Hey boy, go. You can do it. I remember the first.
Remember your first radio interview?
Well,
okay, that was on Radio Universe. But
Radio Universe. And subsequently, I got a call up on Asempa.
Okay.
And then after Asempa, you know, Net 1, 2, then Oman FM showed me love too. Fifi Boaf and Governor Kwachi also showed me love. But when I was thrown into the ring on 104.3 Peace FM, Chairman General
with Kwame Sefakai.
Kokroko. God, and I said, hey, this man with this head like that. And I said, yeah, that's the Chairman General. I said, hey, young man, welcome. I said, Chairman, I'm humble.
Even before you took your seat. Yes.
And then Uncle Kwesi Pratt also joined. I was also there to do business for my party.
Right.
And that day was a big day. Because back in school, right? Back in St. Augustine's, and there were two personalities that in class we normally would argue who is the best social commentator and all, and it was always centered around Kweku Bako and Kwesi Pratt. Then you enter a studio and then you have Kwesi Pratt in there.
All right, you know what? I have another surprise for you, and I want to at this point get onto the phone line. Hey, yo, Wawa, my name is Bola Ray. Your Excellency, John Ejekum Kufuor Diogo, you're live on Star FM. How are you doing, sir? We're celebrating one of your, great sons, I should say. Saamy Awuku, the national organizer of your great party, the NPP, is my guest on StarrChat. Your Excellency, you're most welcome and good evening, sir, once again. As we celebrate Saamy Awuku, Your Excellency, what do you want to share with us? And of course, moving on from the National Youth Organizer now to the National Organizer, Saamy Awuku is here.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Old man. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. And thank you.
Your Excellency, before you go, are you expecting something very high from Saamy Awuku, like you rightly said? Was that? Wow. Wow. What a blessing on national radio.
President,
what a blessing on national radio and charging him to go and make you proud.
Mr. President, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, and we will make you proud.
Wow. You must work for it. It seems your statement is laced with a lot, but I won't push you to where you want to go. But I think I get where you want to go, and when that time comes, we'll come back to you, God willing. But thanks for your blessing, sir. Thank you, Excellency. Have a wonderful evening, boss.
The old man this evening.
Thank you, thank you. So President J.A. Kufuor there, how does he feel getting the blessing?
You know, he's a very listening and a passionate Ghanaian leader, and he doesn't talk much. And for me, our party is still blessed to have him around. And I can tell you himself, President Akufo-Addo, wonderful leaders that the nation could ever produce. And so when I was going for National Youth Organizer, I remember I went to him and said, you go around the country, work hard, and I think you can win. I was going for National Organizer, and I also went there to inform him. The old man also spoke a lot of wisdom. And just as I made him proud in 2016, you know, his birthday is always on the 8th of December.
Right.
And so it comes just around the election time. And I'm sure he had the biggest birthday present in 2016.
Wow.
And the NPP returned to power because he was passionate about it. So in 2022, we are confident that together with my superiors at the party headquarters, my national chairman, general secretary, and the other executives, will make him proud and also give him a wonderful birthday present when another secures another mandate for 2020.
Interesting. You know, we were on St. Augustine's and getting, you know, into...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Legon and all of that. But at St. Augustine's, we're talking about the kind of student that you were. Were you... Augustine's, your ladies are...
The Holy Child.
Oh, Holy, okay. So, Hobson's, right? You had a lady at Holy Child?
I know sit off.
Oh, you sure?
No.
They be chua.
I know be chua like that.
But you had a lady in another school?
Man try, I know be. So...
At Holiko, you didn't get a lady there?
The various trips to Angels Hill didn't produce results.
Really?
So we had to convert it to a sister institution.
Which is?
Oh, so I had to take them as our sisters.
Okay.
More or less.
But you had a girlfriend where?
Oh, Bola.
Yes. No, that's what we want to know.
Saying.
So you didn't get one...
Honestly, honestly, the Holiko trips didn't produce results. The much needed results.
So which one did?
You know, some way, somehow, I got lucky at some point, somewhere.
Okay.
But then finally, where I got my biggest surprise and love was at St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. Okay. But before St. Mary's, you had a girlfriend back at Cape Coast, right? No, you tell me.
But you're saying that.
So what, you didn't go to Wiggy or Manside?
I did. I visited Wiggy quite a few times.
So you had a lady at Wiggy?
Oh, you know, it started small and...
it fizzled out? Really?
But today the good news is that all these people are grown up now.
Ever suffered a broken heart? Ever gone through that period? Be frank and sincere with us, Saamy.
But it's part of the...
Oh, it's part of... Okay. Yeah. So a lady broke your heart?
My fragile heart, and I kept asking myself, where do broken hearts go?
You dated that lady for how many years?
For quite some time.
Tell us the story, Saamy.
I can't because now the person too is married.
No,
so
we don't want names, but we'll ask it. You dated that lady for 5 years.
I think around.
Oh, okay.
Around.
What happened? Sweet guy, like
I was after school.
After school?
I was at St. Augustine's.
St. Augustine's.
When I was in Legon.
Oh, when you were in Legon, you dated a lady for almost 5 years? And what happened? I mean, 5 years.
It's not every relationship that is also bound to end up
in marriage. Correct.
So
correct.
Maybe you just not meant to be, but strangely, just when I felt that everything was lost, then love also found me again.
When everything was lost, okay, yeah, you found love. So this lady you dated for 5 years, and then what happened? You guys had to go your separate ways.
Who can't give you this fella?
Oh no, I'm just asking the questions. You know, I'll go to the message because I have lots of messages. Interesting. We have about 201 messages on our message board for you alone. So I mean, you are that popular and you are in touch with the youth. That's amazing.
They give me the comfort to also learn from them.
And on Twitter, you are trending. I hope by the end of this program, we're going to hit #1. On Facebook, loads of comments as well. But we're still on your girlfriend. You dated her for 5 years.
I think so.
And what? She broke your heart.
She felt that politics wasn't really an interesting thing.
Oh, so she didn't like politics?
Not at all.
And that is why you guys had to break up, or she didn't see the future or something?
I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination. But, you know, sometimes you have to respect the person's decision. And then, you know, you move on.
Did you weep that you had lost such a person? I know now you found your world and it means a lot to you and everything. That is great. But let's also talk about the past. How did you take it so that there's somebody listening to us who's going through that phase of being broken-hearted?
Every setback is a setup for a comeback to glory.
I love that. Again, every setback is a setup
for a comeback to glory.
This is deep.
Basically, after that one, after that maybe sad end, and Then as for weeping, Bola, I don't recall.
Oh, you didn't.
But obviously you'll be disappointed because especially when you expected that he was going to go far.
5 years. Did she text you to break up, or did she call?
Charlie,
what was it?
Doesn't matter once.
Oh no.
Doesn't matter once. Bola.
Yes. Did she call? Did she text?
But in fact, it was days after.
Oh.
And funny enough, the person decided to say goodbye on the 9th of December when we had also lost the election.
9th of December. Then that must be 2008 when the NPP had lost an election.
So
your girlfriend broke up with you.
So it was catastrophe.
Double agony.
Oh, double agony. But the beautiful aspect of it, just when you felt that look, it was time to also begin again.
Wow.
And then you found genuine love. And
genuine love. So you're married now?
Yes, I'm married with 3 beautiful girls.
3 beautiful girls.
So now I have to buy a lot of bazooka. Semi-automatic.
Oh, but a man who is being there, out there, and now having girls, why don't you welcome, the males into your home?
I quite remember a friend of mine invited me to the outdoor.
Yes.
The sun. And then he said, "Oh, Charlie, so with the groom there, the boys can't give you your girls. So you take it easy."
Oh, really? But for somebody who's been around, welcome people. Why? So,
okay.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm saying that 3 girls. Now my boys can play in your home, or?
Bola, but with utmost caution and restriction.
What kind of father are you?
I'm a very interesting one. And,
you get time to spend, some quality time with family, take them out.
Yes, and they're also very interesting girls.
Wow.
Joanna, Zanetta, and their new sister. So.
Oh, so you're just a new father?
Yeah.
Your wife just gave birth?
Yeah.
When was this?
This one was a Kofredia victory babe.
So what? You have a 1-week-old baby or 2 weeks or what?
I think so.
Just a week old? Congratulations.
Thank you, Bola. Wow. But that doesn't mean you have to be sending your boys to my...
Oh no, they'll just visit,
And these girls will be heavily partisan.
Oh really?
Because I'm going to ensure that this vote is secure.
Interesting. Are you that romantic?
Oh, I think I try. And then
what do you do?
The girls also have a wonderful mother.
Okay.
Nani has been very wonderful to the girls.
Wow. You've been married for how many years?
I think 6.
6 years. Wow. And what kind of husband are you? I asked whether you are very romantic.
I try.
Because I know party business will take you away. Is the woman not complaining? Are your children?
She's used to it.
Oh, she's used to it. Okay.
She was Walter, our president.
Okay.
She's used to that life in culture. And aside that, this politics, it can't always be at home.
Right.
And so, especially when you have to be away for so long, when you come back, you also have to try and have time for the family. So, weekends, Sundays when I'm around, at least I play with them a lot, and I'm a very interesting person.
Very interesting. Let's talk about life in the Vandal City.
Oh, yes.
So you are in Commonwealth, and the block will be...
Oh, in fact, several blocks. First was Gene 15, and then moved on to J block.
Okay.
So from J for God, they moved to J block. Then I came down to the E block, then to the B block.
So you are one person who's been around.
Oh yeah, but and I think I had one of the best lives in the Commonwealth. Why? Because it's an enjoyable place.
Okay.
People don't understand the Vandals, but we only understand ourselves.
So Vandal stands for what? I know there's some, the V for
vivacious,
okay.
for you to be affable, good neighborliness,
okay,
altruistic,
okay,
and loyal.
Right.
But because and a Vandal also has that fellow feeling for one another. We are together, and that's why when Commonwealth is under attack, regardless of whichever administration is in power, we rally around the home. And
so you know how to sing the inspirational songs?
Why not?
Obaba Joa.
Bola. Saamy Organiser.
We'll move on to the messages and support Ernest.
And Bola,
yes.
I was speaking on Sefa. Sefa too has been extremely supportive.
Right.
Sefa Kai, Awuku, and people say,
wow.
These people, anytime I was on radio from the early beginning as a communicator, they would then send messages,
okay.
Sometimes that no, Saamy, this one you got it wrong. This fact was not correct. This one.
So they'll tell you as it is.
Yeah, they tell me as it is. And if you want to be a good communicator, you should know that you won't always get it right. Bola is fundamental, and every communicator has a bad day on radio.
Okay.
Or bad day on TV. So you don't have to make it like, no, I'm always right. And when you are wrong, you have to also be humble to also accept that. And I learned a lot from these gentlemen.
That's Sefa Kind, Kweku Bakun, and Kweku Sechiado. Right. So let me indulge you. I want to get to our message board and lots of messages on Facebook for you. Sapon NS Kuma says, Mr. Bolare, the guy in your studios is one of my favorite. Saamy Awuku, God bless you. When it comes to politics, we the youth, we look up to you. And we know something big is coming up just for you. He's awesome. I'm watching you guys in ATL Hall. Shouts to my Wiamwasi folks in the Ashanti region.
That's just the Chibo news people.
Wiamwasi, okay. Possible Bruno Kapu, you are the man. We love you. Okay, that's from Lazio to you. George Quartin and Adenta says, listening to your show, Bolare, we're glued. A couple of us, we the youth, we support this great man. Although I don't belong to his party, I feel that he's a phenomenal man, and I salute him. Saamy Awuku is building human beings. His legacy will live forever. Okay. So, Saamy, thank you very much for that one. He says your legacy will live forever. And Kevin Costner says, Bola, ask Saamy about Cecilia at Nkechi House, Kofoidia. Okay, so that's from Kevin Costner. You have to drink water to that. Yes, I like that. Take some more, sip some more.
It's all right.
It's all right. Okay, so ask about Cecilia. Daniel Davison Tay says, Saamy Awuku, we the youth, we are behind you 100%. Long live the NPP. The graft Yaberma Preko says, I'm watching the couple himself. I'm actually in the USA. Couple, please tell our party people, please. We don't want, we the grassroots people were so angry with the party and government. Let's rise up and do something. We need to see the party working. And now we believe in you. Okay, so that's coming from the graft Yaberma Preko.
It's working. The president is also delivering on his mandate. What we have to do to support our appointees and our president is our unflinching support as party people.
Right.
And then we have to be with them through thick and thin. They didn't come to meet, a whole vote of mine, but they are doing what they have to do to also help alleviate poverty, fight hunger and poverty. And so I support them.
Richard Daku, and he's with the Office of the First Lady. Richard Daku says that he mentored me. He's one of the people I look up to. I'm really thankful for all the training he gave me. May God bless him. That's from Richard Daku. Office.
Once mentorship comes, I don't 10 old man.
He says, kudos to you, Saamy Awuku. Alberta Akuto says that greetings to one great man right there. We salute you, Saamy Awuku, and we're listening with the ladies. Okay. And
ladies come inside.
Yeah. I'm listening to you guys and I love it. My name is Owusu Bempa with Ghana Gas, the communications director. Thanks for interviewing my brother from the militant family. Okay, so that's from Abua Papo.
No. He has an outstanding to clear with me.
Oh, really? He knows that. So Abua Papo, you have an outstanding to clear. Robert Coleman of Zoom Lion says that tell him we the old founders are proud of him. C Block for life. He's a great guy. Bola, thanks for celebrating him. All right, so Richard Yao Samwa says, wow, I just love my national organizer. Bola, you should be here and see it. Okay, so AC says that in Cape Coast, we are all glued and listening to this great man. Thank you for celebrating one proud youth. Yes, one youth that we're proud of, she says. And the graft, Yaberma, well, listening to the US. And Bola, I'm Bosheba, currently in Florida. Please tell Supremo, Saamy Awuku, I'm thankful for getting here. And that the good Lord should bless him.
The God they enjoy for them.
Yes. The brand Awuku lives. Bola, I want to see you in a brand Awuku t-shirt. Please send me one. I'll probably wear it. And my name is Alaji Kwame Dombo. Listening to you guys in Florida. There's a Saamy Awuku fan club right here. We love him. Hey, wow.
That's interesting.
You've gone ahead, oh, you're in Florida.
I be like now they go international.
You see that? Okay, so Isapo says, so far, how many jobs has he provided for the youth of the party? That's from Isapo. You touched on that as well.
But you see, it's not just even about the YE. If you look at John Kuma's area, the NEIP, where so far they've given close to 500 of our people support for startups. They've trained almost 3,000 to 5,000 young entrepreneurs and SMEs, and, the proper way of doing business, and also helping them to get of the ground. So basically, I think we've done a bit. But Bola, in 2016, apart from a considerable mobilization effort as a party, there were some game changers. We introduced these ladies groups. These loyal ladies also were phenomenal in the NPP's quest to win 2016. They worked, you know, in the hamlets, in the villages, in the big communities, in the small communities. One of my biggest news, in fact, when I heard that they had decided to also throw their weight behind us, and for me, one of the biggest game changers was the Hope Campaign. The Hope Campaign fraternity, professionals, solid, intelligent, vibrant guys, and you know, their spirit was awesome. They were on the street. You know, you could see big boys, Bola, big boys like Bola, like a type.
Right.
Big girls with Charlie. They have their own thing,
wow.
but they decided to join the opposition struggle for the NPP to win 2016. And for me, the Hope Campaign, I salute them. They've been extraordinary, and it is my hope and prayer that as national organizer,
so I
can also count on their support. And also the bigger volunteer groups, that's the V16. We had thousands of them of young volunteers.
V16, you have
that's the volunteer group. That was the umbrella body.
Okay.
Which had NPP youth, GH,
the
loyal
ladies,
the ladies for power.
Right.
The Hope Campaign seemed to be different. They seemed to be on their own, and they had their pool of funds. You know, they were on fire.
Wow.
And you know, in terms of branding, in terms of marketing, Charlie, I've never seen something like that.
Interesting. And you're trending on Twitter. You're out there on Instagram. Yes, so? You're the man. So that's impressive.
So thanks you. I'm trending. Today, the radio man boy is trending.
It's trending.
It shows that the charcoal sellers can wear
white shirt. Yes, one day wear a white shirt.
Yes.
It is possible. So Issa
the son of a teacher.
Yes, the son of a teacher. So for how? Okay, Robert Bosco says, please greet our future president for me and let him know that we are behind him pumping. I love the way he says, you know, the pumping. Saamy Awuku's scent is everywhere. Nunu scent. Awuku, this is your lover boy, Bosco. Robert Bosco Owusu. So, yes, presidential ambition.
You know, I always find it interesting. But you, Bola, you seem to ask every young man who appears, you know, on this program that question. It looks like I want to produce me.
I want it to be competitive.
No, so you want to be a patron. Okay, but Bola, in fact, anytime I hear this stuff, it's really interesting. But honestly, it's not a thought that I've had. But if you check the NPP's structure as a party, at any point in time, they don't get it wrong in choosing leaders. After President Akufo-Addo's 2 terms, you have another layer of party leaders. That's if they decide to contest. The likes of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the likes of Dr. Awuku Prempe, the likes of Alan Chomatin, Wachi Jakon, Joe Gate, and the rest. And then from there, we will go to another layer. So Charlie, make a chop my organizer small while.
Are you harboring presidential ambitions?
Harboring, dear, no. Maybe when I have a dream tonight, I can share with you tomorrow. But as I sit here, my biggest headache now is to how to rally the party base again to give the NPP government the cushion in 2020. As the 2020 elections is not going to be an easy one.
It's not going to be an easy one.
I mean, I don't go into an election with complacency. I always love to fight elections as even an underdog. And now we're going to psych our party people to take it as if more or less we are in opposition. So
interesting.
It's not going to be an election.
That's what the organizer is going to do.
No. But you know, I've been quiet for some time. You know, when a lion is quiet under a tree, there are 2 things. It's either the lion is satisfied or the lion is thinking of the next prey.
Wow. And for you are thinking of
the latter.
Interesting.
And I want the NPP's victory in 2022 to be loud.
To be resounding.
Yes. And our party people love to win. And so that is why the president, whilst he's doing his bit together with cabinet and our government, on my side, together with party executives and the NPP base, as I keep saying, we won't always get it right as a party too, but we shouldn't deliberately get it wrong.
All right, and now Hesi Ejiri says, Bola. Yes, Ojiri. That's the name. That's
what
he says that couple read his first story book at St. Augustine's, and the book was Macbeth, all cause of literature. Is that true?
It looks like, but not fully.
Not fully. So that's what Nana Hesi Ojiri. Bismarck Boati says, I'm watching you guys live from Achimota, Kopevi. Please tell my couple that we are behind him. With the youth, we've gathered and we're listening to you. Bola,
Charlie.
This is like a religion, in quotes. And we love Saamy Awuku. Wow.
Like,
Wow.
But Bola, I owe a lot to the youth of our country. They've been phenomenal, and they've also showed love. You know, in this our game, Bola, you are bound to step on toes. But sometimes when you dedicate yourself to the service of the people, it gets to a time, even when they realize your shortcomings, they even encourage you or even help you reform the good way. Wow. And serving them as youth leader, I didn't always get it right, but I think that we did our best. And again, to my regional youth organizers I served with at that time, their deputies, their constituency youth wings, and the test control.
Oh, you are something else. You know, you're so humble, and you say it as it is. If I was a woman, maybe I would have dated you or something.
Well, no, I'm out of the market.
You're out of the market.
I have an IGP.
I said if I was a woman, because I think that you have some qualities and values that. Yes.
I'm not
yes, Saamy
Awuku.
What's your biggest fear in life, Saamy
Awuku? When I'm not able to do more. And the honest truth is that sometimes the going is tough. Sometimes you are in the remotest of places. Sometimes you are in places that you are cut off from even family and the world.
So no longer being able to do anything is your biggest fear?
It's my biggest fear. Because once I'm still on my feet, once I'm clearing my mind. And I don't know why this my verse has escaped me.
Which verse?
That it gives me inspiration.
Okay. Are you very spiritual?
Oh yes, I am.
Where do you fellowship?
At the Assemblies of God.
When last were you at church?
Oh, last week.
Last week, Sunday. Yes. Your favorite Bible verse will be?
Well, there are a lot, but one that...
Your favorite, I said. Yes.
I think it's in the book of Lamentations.
Okay. Lamentations?
I think 3:33 or so.
Okay. What is that? 3:33, we'll check it quickly. Yes, but what is there? Lamentations 3:33.
Yes, that's if I'm getting it right. Whichever way it goes.
Yes.
You know, the verse is, to subvert a man in his own cause, God will never allow.
To subvert a man in his own cause, God will not allow. Oh, wow.
And then if you go to the Holy Book of Quran, chapter 13, verse 11 or so, they verily, 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 Allah will not change the condition of a group of people until they change it themselves. Meaning that even Allah recognizes the fact that you need to take the first step, that Allah will bless you.
Isn't this interesting? So, Sika Antobre, she's the executive director of research and advocacy.
He's a guy. Okay,
so that's a guy, Sika. Yeah. So Sika says that
he's a solid research guy.
Okay, so Sika says that please tell Saamy that his investment in the youth will reap the needed benefits soon. We are solidly behind him. That's from Sika Antobre, executive director, research and advocacy, Ghana. Good evening, sir. Good evening, boss. And how are you doing? The chairman of all of us. You be the man. Chairman General Kwame Sefakai. How are you doing, sir? Very well, very well. And why are you this evening? I like the thickness of your voice, the sound of it. I can imagine. Thank you. What is going down? Saamy Awuku is here being celebrated, you know, right here in our studios. You sat in this great seat some time back. Tonight we're celebrating your good friend. He's extolled you highly right here on the show. And said some quite great things about you. As we celebrated, yes, lucky you, Kwame. What do you want to say to us about Saamy Awuku, the national organizer of the NPP, Kwame Sefakai?
Well, for me, I also celebrate him. If he said nice things about me, I'm not saying this because it's reciprocal, but I say this because I believe in what I'm saying. Saamy is simply a great guy. Young, full of energy, excitement, enthusiasm. He has fire in his belly. He knows what he wants, and he goes to get what he wants. I've known Saamy a little over 10 years, and I've seen him grow from strength to strength, from that starry-eyed young man to become national youth organizer. and now national organizer. I'm very happy for him. And he knows I'm in his corner, good, bad, or ugly. I'm in his corner. And you, Bola, are celebrating tonight because you're also a man of your own. And it's nice to know that you can pick up others and say, look, I will take the back seat and let's celebrate you.
Chairman, you taught me that, so clearly we cannot depart from that, you know.
Well, but at this point, you are better blessed than a teacher.
You know, Chairman, you know, the name youth you gave me. Sometimes even when I'm at the chop bar, I say youth. He exposes me. And yeah, but Chairman, now you have to come with a new name. So Organiser is what I should run with. Oh, because for Chairman General, we don't vote on you. You are the most amazing dictator, but we love you.
So Chairman is official. Organiser is the name for Organiser.
I thought I saw him
He's been endorsed.
At the Emirates Stadium on TV watching the Arsenal match. I don't know if it was him.
Oh, you were there. Kwame, you were out of the country. Were you at the Emirates Stadium watching the match?
That's the Chairman General. So
that's the Chairman General.
Yeah. Only size.
Kwame, thank you very much. As you take leave of us, what do you want to say to Saamy Awuku? What is it? I mean, taking up that new position as national organizer.
I'm proud of you. You've done yourself good. You've done your country good. You've become a shining example for young people who want to venture into politics. It doesn't always have to be insults and acid tongues. It's great thinking, deep learning, good organizational skills, correct human relations, and you're proving yourself to be a worthy ambassador of young people. And I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman. And I'm sure you owe me 1738, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Chairman General Kwame Sebakai. Wow. So that's great. How do you feel having former President J. Kufuor celebrate you? Honorable, Saamy, Ablakwa Kujeto do that. Chairman General Kwame Sebakai. How does it feel?
Oh, Bola, honestly speaking, even though many people be overly elated, personally, I think it's also about the human relations with these people. As I keep saying, when I'm focused on an objective, in 2016, my target was clear. Mobilize enough youth vote for Nana Addo to be president, and not for the NPP's manifesto to be read at Bound Library as part of the archives. We needed to bring this manifesto into government for us to implement our policies. And so that was my target in 2016, and also to make another president, the NPP win majority seat. Now in 2020, in opposition, it's all attack. In government, it's all defense, because you're defending your record. And so in 2020, I foresee that my job will be bigger and difficult. But I'm sure the covenant-keeping God will keep his covenant with us. And Bola, I used to be a master.
Oh, you used to be a master?
In St. Augustine, small.
Yeah, interesting times. And talking about the songs and all of you mentioned covenant-keeping God, you mentioned your spirituality.
Yes.
You are great. You love that song. Steve Crown. Why that song for you?
When my spirit is down, and it talks about the greatness of God. And when I feel that, things are not working well, that's a song I tend to.
So it's one of your greatest songs.
It's one of my most
inspirational songs.
And then afterwards, the good old Lumba as well.
Lumba. Let's listen to Steve Crown with You Are Great. And then we'll be right back.
Okay.
That's the man. Obi stop a copy. Somebody say we can send a copy there for London. Batsy. No, the interview. Say we can just can't give us send the Facebook now we can practice. One time, son of a teacher. You are very generous. You are. I
Twitter, what's the guy? What's the guy's name? It's not. Ask him that he should send it to us.
Mr. Coleman, you should have a Mr.
Bola, how are we doing on the net?
Oh, good time. We finish up. Come and see. 3,244 the watch, the 239 are you go? Yes. Live video go. Yes. And we're training on Twitter. Get me on Twitter this year. Alright guys. Everything written about you is great. You're great. And lots of people trooping into, you know, catch a glimpse, familiarize with you, catch up for, you know, good old days and all of that. So I mean, this is great. And how do you do this? Because a lot of people are trooping in to catch up with you.
So you have to make sure your security support.
So you love Steve Carl?
Yeah, I love Steve Carl.
So when it comes to Ghanaian music, yes, which one?
And you know, I also, one of my all-time, I call it spread song, is that the members are Akwanoma. And comes if I can always play it for
Akwanoma.
Akwanoma.
Wow. This is the tune.
That's
Oh yeah, you obey to me.
Let's go for commercial.
And like the chairman general will always say, this goes out to you, Saamy Awuku, BB Bismarck, and Seke. Yes.
You mentioned that. Puts me number one.
Saamy Awuku.
Even if I'm perfect.
Yes.
And that song is being played.
What is with Saamy Awuku and Akwanoma? Yes. What is it?
You know, I think the lyrics are deep.
Deep, yeah? Okay.
Yes, if you take your time to listen to it.
Right.
And it also talks about the fact that the world is, I think it's like Macbeth's statement of the world
is a stage. That's correct.
Coming to perform, the time is up and you live. And then he recalls, he also takes you down memory lane of people who have come, performed their duties and left. Wow. So,
interesting.
And then, apart from that, you know, I'm also a good fan of Tim Sak.
Oh, Sako there.
And, you know,
so your top three Ghanaian musicians will be
Lumba will come in.
Lumba number one?
Yes.
Okay. Number two?
And then I also play the Sako there too.
Okay.
And then, you know, the controversial one, Jennifer Lomote, is not bad.
Oh, Jennifer Lomote. Okay.
Yeah,
so it means that
even though it's controversial.
Kojonchi is not in your top three.
Shall I embody in your opinion?
No, but I'm saying that your opinion.
I'm an repentant Lumba fan.
Okay.
And then you also come in with Nana Amachi.
Amachi Dede.
Yes,
okay.
Something that I love. And
what about the new school?
And the Kobna so Kobna, you know, when I want to be romantic.
Alright. Oh, you're a great singer as well.
Bola, it's okay. And so You know, I love that song as well.
All right.
And then there's this new kid on the block. That's Wendy Shea.
Wendy Shea, the Uber driver.
The Uber driver.
Oh.
I think.
You like her tunes?
Oh, that. You're not a pension.
Oh, pension. Oh,
what's a pension?
That be pension.
Bola. Say, Mahama see your pension or Shane, your friends say, Dubai interchange. Another so Shane free SHS. They could force no Shane hippie. And Awuku so air share me organizer. And you're not a pension.
Wendy Shea.
Yeah, but.
Is that a tune?
Yeah, I think it's I think if she's well managed.
Yes.
And you know, Ebony was phenomenal, and she, you know, a great talent that we've lost. But if this girl manages herself, I think she'll go places.
Wow. Uber driver. Any day you dance to this tune?
When I'm in my bedroom.
We'll be right back. We're going for a short break. When we return, yes, we'll pick up your calls, and then we'll go for Knowing Ghana. But a big thank you to Guaranteed Trust Bank, our proud sponsor. Thank you very much. Wouldn't you rather bank with us? Awake Purified Drinking Water, one for life. Star Assurance, your solid partner. And Trio Technology, video monitoring everywhere. Trio, thank you. We'll be back right after this one. The name is Bola. Saamy Awuku, National Organizer of the NPP, is our guest right here. Pakwisi Asari, listening to us out there in the UK, sent in the message, says, Saamy Awuku, you do all. Well, thank you, Pakwisi Asari. We'll be right back. Wendy Shea with Uber driver.
103.5. Welcome to 21st Century Service Provision. Want to flex that?
Somebody sent me from London.
Wow, he's so cool.
Grandma needs airtime to fill me in on all the great filler.
Hey, maybe a guy.
Or you're just tired of having to hop from app to shortcodes to website and back. Welcome to the new phase of buying, selling, and connecting with customers. Welcome to convenience and technology. Welcome to my GH Pay. MyGHPay.com. Make or receive payments online from anywhere using a Visa card, MasterCard, GH Link card, or your mobile money wallet. Businesses, associations, institutions can get listed for free today. Enjoy a new world of convenience. Download my GH Pay for free from Play Store and App Store. MyGHPay.com. Buy, sell, and connect. The platform for everyone.
As I post some picture.
2:30 a.m. Folks were really enjoying their sleep when 5 thieves descended on the J Street neighborhood. In less than 30 minutes, the operation was complete. No one was spared in the raid. The next morning, chaos everywhere. When theft happens, who will you be? Then Mr. Radimewu.
Everything is gone. Yay!
Or the Mr. Blame the dog.
Hey, where is the dog? Where is the dog? You said I don't want the house. You want this one, you come back. I got dog when we're good.
Or the Mr. I Got Star.
Sorry, sir. We are already on our way to assess the damage and process your claim accordingly.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Star Home Policy makes all the difference. When theft happens, let Star take care of it. Sign up today. Call 0302-245-90608. Star Assurance, your solid partner. Security does not have to be stressful or uncomfortable.
Okay, sure.
Introducing Robo-Surveillance, the IP video security system with remote monitoring capabilities from everywhere. Robo-Surveillance is Ghana's #1 secure network surveillance camera system with megapixel lenses. It also features StarLux technology, which allows cameras to record colored in night vision mode. Robo-Surveillance is perfect for homes, schools, office complexes, construction and mining sites. Robo-Surveillance, video monitoring from everywhere. Sold and distributed by Trio Security Technologies. Contact 028-921-0392 or simply type...
And when you catch us 15 minutes today, extra, I beg you. Talk to John Jimen. No, 15 minutes. If I do pay, I give out. After I do this, I know. Forget
Oh, nah.
It's real scared and guarantees you the best music. Starting with 1 hour.
It's no songs. Scared. Crazy, baby. Cause I give you my heart and my body. Whenever you need love, call me. I will give it to you 6 in the morning.
get a check out from Fifi. Twitter. We are what? Twitter. Right, so my producer has given us 10 more minutes. So 10 additional minutes. Because the messages coming in, the calls. Interesting. Wow. And yes, on Twitter, we hope to hit #1 before we move us. You know, always we do that. And Saamy is going to do that. So Jennifer Lomite, one of your favorite tunes. You love this tune, Saamy Awuku, right?
Interesting one.
You know, how interesting?
You know, it generated lots of controversies. So
so you follow that?
Yeah, so
aside your politics, you have a social life.
Bola a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, a lot.
Wow.
I love to hang out.
You love to hang out. We'll be coming to that. But some Facebook messages. This one says, it's from Ohene Boache. And he says, questions asked, witty with clarity and dignity. Answers given in alacrity and integrity. Saamy Awuku has far above all proven to be the most distinct youth politician, of course, young politician of recent times. I'm awestruck with this interview. Bola, this interview will go down history as one of your best interviews. Kudos to you and your StarrChat team. A very involving conversation. God bless Star FM. Listening in so well. Ohene Boache is my name. Wow. So Ohene, thank you very much for that. And from Stephen as well says, great interview, Bolare, by all standards. And Alberta Akoto with Maslock says, I love this interview. Good to know that you're interviewing. Let's get more of such youth leaders. I salute you, Saamy Awuku, and that's from Alberta Akoto. Great guy you have in your studios. That's from Sika Yabani to you. Politics. Wow. Great guy.
Well, as I was talking about also my social life.
Social life. Yes.
Especially even on Saturday. Saturday like this, it was myself and the St. Augustine's here group of 2J1.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you hang out with friends. It's not politics all through and through for Saamy Awuku.
I wanted to say something, but I'll shout it.
Please do. What is it?
My favorite time on radio is when I'm listening to music.
When you are listening to music? It's not when you are talking politics.
No.
Really?
No. And then, so I love to hang out. And when I was youth leader, you know what I used to do every Friday? Before I get home, I visit no less than 5 pubs. 5 pubs. So your favorite pubs in Ghana, give us your top 3. Will be everything you want your wife.
Yes.
I'm making no mind now.
Yes. So your top, Robert Coleman is asking. Yes. Your top 3 pubs in Ghana.
I go through them.
Where?
I sometimes go to Gold Coast.
Gold Coast, okay.
She's Afraid. Kiki Bees.
Oh, Kiki Bees.
Then,
but you know, East Legon, the Lagos Avenue. Oh, you're coming to that one. You have some.
Sometimes,
No, what is that? You have to
mention. And then sometimes Coco Vanilla. And then Kuma has a place, hashtag, but now the place, it doesn't function properly. So I had to see it. But I do this for purpose.
Okay.
When I was youth organizer, it's also to fraternize with the youth.
Okay.
And also, that's the time that some of them will get to see you, get to meet you, especially before 2016. And after, it hasn't changed. They tell you, Charlie, so Saamy, this thing people, they do them well. This thing guys could have done it better. This thing could have done it this way.
So you reach out to them one-on-one?
Yes, yes, yes. Wow. I engage them. You don't spend much time. You do about 20, 30 minutes there because that's the time that they also get to reach you.
Wow.
And then I also love visiting check programs on the mosque.
Wow.
It all adds up to you having a sense of what is happening on the ground.
Okay.
And then you can, it can inform your position on how you will structure your policies and your programs. So
we'll be activating the phone lines now as you get to join us on 0302-231144, 0302-231145, and our WhatsApp line is 0268-900-980. That's 0268-900-980. And this from Ohimen, and Ohimen is yes, Emmanuel Kofi Ohimen with Kasapa, the news editor, says that a moment of reality to see the Supremo this far. So he's listening to you and says, "Hi."
Ohime was part of the production team earlier to Man FM.
That's right.
Let's give him a chance.
Okay.
And then now he's with the EIP group.
Okay. So Lizzie Oshu says, "That's my crush in the studios, Bola. So bad, he's married, but I wish his wife the very best. We support her to take good care of him."
Take and think, supporting prayers.
Okay.
He's a better man in his own cause.
Lamentations 3:33. I'm leaving with that.
So. Well, I'll get the actual. I think it's 3:33.
Okay, we'll check. We'll still. All right. So we have a caller on the line for you. Hello. Is that a Chiman from Dansuman? It rhymes. I love that. Go ahead.
Chiman.
Wow.
I know.
Please, go ahead.
Thanks.
Couple one. Thank you very much. Ochiman from Dansuma. But we have some messages, Saamy. Please indulge.
The verse is Lamentations 3:36.
Oh, 3:36.
Yes.
Okay, Lamentations 3:36.
He's a better man in his own cause.
Lydia Atiomo, and Lydia is the deputy CEO of the YEA, in charge of finance and administration. So Lydia says that, wow, great interview, Bola, and salute to my board chairman. So yes, regards to you. And your good friend, Kofi Befi, with the Free Zones board. Yes, that's the CEO.
He's also a good friend.
Big up, Saamy and Bolare. Great interview, excellent interview by all standards. Can we get copies to give to the youth?
No, that's not enough. Him sending a message is not enough.
What should
He should move beyond sending messages.
So, Kofi Befi, you heard our good friend.
That's right.
Yes.
And Bola, you know, this is what you think.
We have Asantua on the line, please. I'll come back to you. Asantua Kwame or Douglas first. Douglas from Dansuman. I nearly skipped you. Sorry about that. Douglas, you're on air, please.
Good evening, sir. Three straight like that.
Okay. He'll do just that for you, Douglas. Asantua Kwame. Bolas. Yes, you're on air from Medina. Let's hear you. Correct. Yes. Yes, boss. Oh, really? Okay, God bless you too. Thank you. Bola, please tell Saamy if he fails to acknowledge the Free Wachi and Papan or something, he'll pay. But the Ambition team loves him to the max. Manoma, is that right?
You know, Manoma is with the ENI.
Okay.
Manoma, myself, Kwame Jan, and a couple of friends. You know, Kwame Jan gave my first radio interview, as I told you.
You mentioned Radio Universe, okay.
But back in Commonwealth, Manoma, myself, Kwame, we were all in the Bandal City. And I had a good friend who was the Wachi seller.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why if I fail to acknowledge
the Papa, okay. Fifi Bansi says that tell him I'm in front of his house now. We're all listening to him. He'll come and meet me here.
That's a neighbor. with added trouble. So, without interest in I live close to you, Bola, to Fifi Banks.
That's right. That's right.
To Fifi Boafo.
Right.
And I will stop.
Samuel Brian Wabe Awuku says he's NPP's most popular youth leader, and we love him. You forever remain a couple. The future is bright, and I can see Honorable Collins. Yes.
Operations.
Owusu Amankwa Colin. Honorable. That's the MP for Mensia North. Yes. Honorable Collins Owusu Amankwa, but he's calling my mobile phone. Honorable, I cannot put you on air if you call my line. But see, call this, yes.
My Mensia North brothers, instead of calling the studio, they call.
So you know what? It's not time for
Randy too was with us two at the same time.
Randy.
That's how I like calling. Collins also.
Collins, okay.
We're all mates.
Oh, all right.
And another solid chap. And Bola, the NPP is blessed with many young talents, many young politicians, and I pray for them every day. Because look, the president has been so generous in gifting them positions so they can serve the generality of our people. And that is why it's not that because I'm national organizer for Nanato, I'm only extolling his virtues, but it's clear. If you check the various MMDs, you have many of our young people serving in various capacities. And I keep encouraging them that to whom much is given, much is expected. Right. And on any day, I salute these young men, because Bola is not easy.
It's not easy.
I miss my two musketeers.
I know.
With me addition, we are three: Perry, Cabo, myself.
Perry, Cabo, and your good self. Wow. The three musketeers. Yes. Okay, so from Richard Asante-Yeboah, he says he's the government spokesperson for infrastructure. And he says that Saamy is simply awesome. He understands life and politics. Bola, he appreciates friends and family. I salute this man. He believes in God and believes in progressing together. He will always remain Mr. P. And that's from Richard Asante-Yeboah, government spokesperson for infrastructure. So Richard,
great, you're one of our good communicators.
Okay, so it's not time. It's not time for knowing Ghana. How well do you know Ghana? So here we go. Under 15 seconds. Who is the immediate past communications minister?
Dr. Eduardo Manebwana.
Who is the president of the National House of Chiefs?
Togbe Afede.
Under which BOG governor was the CD re-nominated?
Dr. Paulakwa.
Who is the president of FIFA?
Gianni Infantino.
Who is the head pastor of the Action Faith International Chapel?
That's the Papa, Archbishop Duncan Williams.
Thank you, sir. So as we wrap it all up,
I hope I got all of them right.
Yes, you did. Okay, I mean, one of the first people to have scored.
I tried.
10 over 10. But it's not time. Yes.
It's been good.
No, but not so soon. Before you go, our mystery question, sir. So here we go. Mystery question. Yes, please read it out for us. Kindly read it out. Yes, Saamy. Can you read it out? Yes.
Choose between.
Yes, please.
It's not too clear.
Oh, it is. It is. Oh, very, very visible. Choose between the national pledge and the NPP anthem and sing one for us. Okay. Yes, Saamy Awuku.
So let me try and do the national pledge. Let's see. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my mother. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers, and through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So Bola, help me, God.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Saamy Awuku.
And thanks so much for being my mischief maker.
You mentioned I'm matching today. I'm brand here.
Yes, and I'm matching.
Yes, I could have whispered for you. Saamy Awuku, thank you. Right. And before you go, yes, education, a little bit of it, you know, as we wrap up, Saamy. Yeah.
Yes. So I read political science and psychology.
So political science
and psychology
at Lagos.
At the University of Ghana.
Okay.
Then I also have a postgraduate certificate in public admin from GIMPA.
Okay.
I also have a postgraduate certificate in advertising, marketing and PR from JIJ. I also have a higher diploma in law from the University of London. And currently at the final phase of my thesis for Masters in International Relations. at the Center for Global Politics at the Fire University.
You believe in education?
I believe. Well, that's the only way. That's the only way I can also play a meaningful role in the affairs of our country. And hopefully, God willing, someday I want to be like Bola.
Saamy Awuku, thank you very much.
You do all.
You do all. You do all.
And thanks for bringing this. After sponsoring me, I haven't met you in a while.
That's what we do right here.
And also pension.
So you love when you say. Would you like to sponsor a hip life for Afrobeat, you know, artists?
I think maybe what I would have loved to also talk about in 30 seconds.
Right.
It's also, well, I'm a bit concerned and worried about the way our artists, their lifespan in terms of their rise to stardom and fame. It doesn't normally last. So if people like you in the industry can also help the youth employment agency with some solid proposals.
We can bring in proposals and do that. Youth in entertainment, youth in lifestyle.
So we can train them because look, our tourism will go with entertainment.
Wow.
And I think that is a good way to go.
Thank you, Board Chairman.
Thanks so much. When I get free pass.
Thank you, Ghana, for doing the listening. And good to know that, yes, we are #1. And just last week, Star FM, yes. We made it out there beating all the others. So God be with us. It is well. Thanks to the production team, led by Kwame Danso Chapo, to Kweku Obedeje, Tony Bebley, Wilson, and the whole team. We say thank you. To Caleb, to Raymond. My name is Kwabena Anochadisi, also known as Bola. God bless us. Thank you to everyone. And to the P of Saamy Awuku. What's the name again? Hilda, thank you very much. John Jimen is up next with a drop off. Hey, we're out.
I said,